This is Mac OS Ken.
A lowered price target on Apple shares, a new computer, and Apple makes a Major League sports deal. It is Wednesday, the 15th of June, 2022. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by SimpliSafe, the right way to protect your home. In 1999, I read a book about manufacturing in the year 2020. It said that by then, everything we bought would be bespoke, custom ordered, made for the individual. 23 years later, not so much. And yet, that is one of the great things about SimpliSafe. You get what you need for your home. SimpliSafe has a range of security products and hazard sensors ready for you to build the package that's right for you. I love that. I also love how easy it is to set up. I had my door sensors, base station, and keypad up and running in well under an hour. Build the system that is right for you with SimpliSafe. You can customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplisafe.com/macOSKen. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. SIMPLI. Go to simplisafe.com/macOSKen. News that really should not come as a shock. A piece from Barron says Deutsche Bank analyst Sidney Ho has cut his price target on Apple shares by $25. It is not Apple, it is the planet. While ticker symbol AAPL has done as well or better than most stocks like it, he thinks macro uncertainty could continue to weigh on investor sentiment, according to Barron's. In a note to clients, Ho wrote, considering the macro environment, rising interest rates, slower consumer spending, and continued geopolitical uncertainties in the past 1+ month, we do think risk to our estimate is to the downside, and we would not be surprised to hear more chatters about Apple cutting orders. The analyst says he will be watching demand trends, including global GDP growth and inflation, and China's COVID-19 lockdowns. Special interest on Apple's supply chain, which the analyst thinks will be a key factor to watch ahead of results for the coming quarters. All that said, he still likes the stock. Ho has a buy rating on Apple shares. His price target on the shares is lower, though, dropped from $200 to $175. With Apple currently trading at about $132, the lowering of more targets would not be surprising. One of the laptops announced last week at WWDC is going on sale this week. Mac Rumor says Apple announced Tuesday that the M2-powered 13-inch MacBook Pro will go on order this Friday, the 17th of June, hitting stores and the porches of people who order the following Friday, the 24th. If you're looking for good news in the supply chain, this may be it. According to Mac Rumors, Apple had previously said the new 13-inch MacBook Pro would be available in July, so orders are running ahead of schedule. Of course, changes for this machine are minimal. It's pretty much the same as the previous 13-inch MacBook Pro, with the insertion of the M2 being a very notable exception. As of now, the new from the ground up M2-powered MacBook Air still shows on Apple's site as available next month. While the future of computing goes on sale this Friday, there is still work to be done on what we've already got. To that end, Apple is still tweaking the operating systems running the hardware that's out there now. A piece from Apple Insider says the third betas of iOS, iPadOS, and tvOS 15.6 were seeded to developers on Tuesday, as was the third beta of watchOS 8.7. Meanwhile, a piece from Mac Rumors says, same goes for macOS Monterey 12.5. If you're in Apple's developer program, you can have it if you want it. The third round of betas will likely turn up for Apple's public testing program either today or tomorrow. JP Morgan analyst Samik Chatterjee has trained his eye on another of Apple's services. Earlier this week, Chatterjee sang praises of possibility for Apple Music and Apple Arcade. Now a piece from Apple Insider has him working up a sweat over Apple Fitness Plus. While at-home fitness got a lift from COVID-19 lockdowns, Chatman thinks the industry is poised to keep going. According to the piece, JP Morgan expects more than half of consumers to stick with virtual fitness, which could allow the industry to grow to $70 billion by 2026 when combined with other tailwinds. And Apple is well positioned to benefit in his estimation. The report says that's thanks to the service's deep integration into Apple's ecosystem, a competitive price point, and the ability to add the subscription into the broader services bundle through Apple One. The way he sees it, Apple Fitness Plus could grow from revenue of $300 million in 2021 to $3.6 billion with a B by 2025. Chatterjee has a positive rating on Apple shares. His price target on the shares is $200. Are you ready for some football? No, the other kind. The piece from the Wall Street Journal says Apple and Major League Soccer unveiled a 10-year broadcasting deal for the league's games, the iPhone maker's most significant move yet into sports that underscores the company's growing ambitions for streaming. I make fun of soccer. I honestly think that and big gulps are two of the most American things I do. In truth, though, this is a big deal. According to the Journal, the deal will make the Apple TV app the global home of all MLS matches starting with the 2023 season, though Major League Soccer will look to broadcast a limited number of games through other outlets. Games are currently carried by ABC and ESPN, Fox and Fox Sports, as well as Univision. Unlike Apple's Major League Baseball experiment, the MLS games will not be included with Apple TV+. According to the report, from early 2023 through 2032, fans will access matches by subscribing to a new MLS streaming service available only through the Apple TV app. The price for the service was not disclosed. Of course, you do want to get people interested. To that end, the Journal says some MLS games will be free through the Apple TV app, probably why Apple is cool with MLS broadcasting a few games a year as well. Additionally, the piece says a broad selection of matches in MLS and Leagues Cup, an annual competition between MLS and Liga MX clubs, will be available to subscribers to Apple TV+. More news in a moment, but first a word from BetterHelp, sponsor of today's show. How are you doing? If your answer is great, that's great. If your answer is anywhere from to south of that, you may want to give BetterHelp a try. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Listeners to this show get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/macOSken. That's better, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/macOSken. I really like that my BetterHelp therapist is wherever I am. My phone, my tablet, however I go. Worry is real. Burnout is real. There's nothing wrong with trying to make it better. BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/macOSken. Troll's gonna troll, yo. The Mac Observer has word of a patent infringement lawsuit against Apple that it sounds like has to have originated in a bog or under a bridge. According to the report, a company called Smartwatch Mobile Concepts is suing Apple for the auto unlock feature found in Apple Watch. Smartwatch Mobile Concepts seems to have been put together to buy patent number 10,362,480 systems, methods, and apparatuses for enabling wearable device user access to secured electronic systems. Here's the crazy part. Not only did Smartwatch Mobile Concepts buy the patent after Apple had introduced Auto Unlock, the patent itself seems to have been applied for after Apple introduced Auto Unlock. Apple's announcement of Auto Unlock predates Smartwatch's patent, according to the report. The way the Mac Observer sees it, that means Apple had been testing and developing the feature for a considerable time prior to launch. The possibility that the claim is legitimate in this instance is almost zero. Yeah, but troll's gonna troll, yo. From the No Good Deed file, a piece from Cult of Mac says the German government is investigating Apple's implementation of App Tracking Transparency, or ATT, for possible malfeasance. Specifically, authorities are questioning whether ATT was designed to give Apple an unfair advantage in advertising. Jogging the memory, ATT makes apps and developers ask a user's permission before tracking their activity outside of a given application. Its implementation dented the bottom lines of a number of companies in the online advertising game. Now, what seems to have some worried is the fact that ATT can't stop whatever tracking Apple might like to run on its own. Enter the Bundeskartellamt, which is apparently Germany's antitrust arm. The agency's president, Andreas Mundt, is quoted in the piece saying, "We welcome business models which use data carefully and give users choice as to how their data are used. We see that Apple's rules apply to third parties, but not to Apple itself. This would allow Apple to give preference to its own offers or impede other companies." Mundt goes on to say, while users can also restrict Apple from using their data for personalized advertising, the Bundeskartellamt's preliminary findings indicate that Apple is not subject to the new and additional rules of the App Tracking Transparency Framework. According to the Cult, the agency's investigation will probe whether these rules may lead to a reduction of users' choice for apps financed through advertising. No word on what sanctions or remedies might follow. It is now easier for WhatsApp users to move from Android to iPhone. CNET says people who want to can now transfer over their photos, videos, and chat history in the Facebook-owned communication app. The change comes not by way of WhatsApp, but Apple. According to CNET, Move to iOS is an app created by Apple for Android users who don't want to be Android users anymore. According to the report, the app already helps people move their contacts, calendar, SMS messages, and photos from an Android phone to an iPhone. As of Tuesday, you can now move your WhatsApp data from Android to iOS as well. That is potentially a big deal. As the piece points out, WhatsApp has over 2 billion users worldwide. Not being able to move years of communications may have been enough to keep some Android users unwillingly in the robot army. And finally today, Apple Watch owners, get ready to get bent. The International Day of Yoga is a little under a week away, and Apple is encouraging owners of its wearables to take part. Though it's not popped up on watches yet, 9to5Mac has peeped the upcoming message which says, "Join us on the International Day of Yoga. On the 21st of June, do a yoga workout of 20 minutes or more, and you'll win this award. Record your time with any app that adds workouts to health." Like the rest of the Apple Watch activity challenges, completion of this one will net users virtual medallions in the fitness app on iPhone and Apple Watch. It'll also score users virtual stickers that they can stick in Messages, FaceTime, or wherever else you can stick it. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by SimpliSafe. Get a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring at simplysafe.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.